Ladies and gentlemen, life is a journey that will break you, shape you, and call you to rise again. But here's the secret. It's not the break that defines you, it's the rebuilding. In a world that loves success stories but forgets the struggle, let this moment be about embracing your journey, understanding that every setback is a step toward the life you're meant to create. I invite you to lean in, stay present, and let this message speak to that part of you that's ready to rebuild and reclaim your power. Embracing the power of reinvention is a profound journey that calls us to confront our past, acknowledge our pain, and rise above what once held us back. It's a choice to see life not as a fixed path, but as a dynamic journey of constant growth and change. Reinvention isn't just about starting over, it's about evolving, about taking all the lessons, the experiences, and even the failures and using them as the foundation for something new, something greater. Life has a way of throwing us into situations we never anticipated. We experience setbacks, heartbreaks, failures, and moments where the future seems unclear. In these times, it's easy to feel defeated, to think that life has somehow veered off course beyond repair. But here's the truth, these moments are precisely where the power of reinvention lies. They are opportunities to rediscover who we are and redefine what we want our lives to stand for. Every experience, no matter how challenging, carries within it the seeds of reinvention. To embrace reinvention, we must first accept that life is full of changes, some we choose and others that choose us. This acceptance doesn't mean passively letting things happen, rather it means recognizing that we have the power to respond, to adapt, and to grow. Reinvention begins the moment we decide that our story is not over, that there's more to be written, and that we hold the pen. It's about having the courage to let go of who we were, to release the labels and expectations that no longer serve us, and to step into a new version of ourselves. One of the most liberating aspects of reinvention is realizing that we are not bound by our past. Too often we define ourselves by our mistakes, our failures, or the opinions of others. But reinvention is a reminder that we are not our past. We are not our failures, nor are we the limited beliefs that once held us back. Instead, we are beings capable of change, of growth, of becoming something entirely new. Embracing reinvention means acknowledging that the only limitations we have are those we place upon ourselves, and that with each new day comes a chance to redefine who we are and what we're capable of. Reinvention requires us to let go of comfort. Growth doesn't happen in places where we feel safe and secure. It happens in the moments when we step outside of what we know, when we push ourselves into unfamiliar territory. This isn't easy. It requires courage, resilience, and a willingness to face discomfort head-on. But it's in these moments of challenge that we discover strengths we didn't know we had. We learn that we're capable of so much more than we once believed, that we can handle, and that we have the power to rise again, no matter how many times we've fallen. Embracing reinvention also means giving ourselves permission to dream again. Too often we allow life's setbacks to diminish our vision, to make us believe that certain dreams are out of reach. But reinvention is an invitation to reconnect with our deepest desires, to reimagine what our lives could look like, and to pursue those dreams with renewed vigor. It's about creating a vision for our lives that excites us, that makes us want to get up each morning and strive towards something meaningful. When we embrace reinvention, we're saying to ourselves and to the world that our dreams matter, that our goals are worth pursuing, and that we are capable of achieving them. Reinvention isn't a one-time act, it's a continuous journey. We don't wake up one day fully transformed. Instead, reinvention happens in small, intentional steps. It's the daily choices we make, the habits we build, and the mindset we cultivate. Each day is an opportunity to move closer to the person we want to become. Some days will be easier than others, and there will be times when we question whether it's all worth it. But it's important to remember that every small step we take is a victory, and every moment we spend working on ourselves is an investment in our future. When we embrace the power of reinvention, we also embrace the idea that life is a journey of becoming. There is no final destination, no point at which we have arrived. Instead, life is a continuous process of growth, of learning, and of evolving. Each chapter brings new challenges, new insights, and new opportunities to become a better version of ourselves. Embracing reinvention means welcoming this process, knowing that we are always growing, always changing, and always capable of becoming something more. Embracing reinvention is an act of self-love. It's a way of honoring ourselves, of acknowledging our worth, and of committing to a life that reflects our true potential. It's a reminder that we deserve to live a life that inspires us, that fulfills us, and that allows us to be our most authentic selves. When we choose to reinvent ourselves, we are choosing to step into our power, to claim our own lives, and to create a future that aligns with our dreams and values. In choosing to reinvent ourselves, we declare that we are more than our circumstances, more than our past, and more than what others may believe about us. We are powerful, resilient, and capable of transformation. Embracing the power of reinvention is an act of courage, of hope, and of unwavering belief in the possibility of a brighter future. It's a decision to keep moving forward no matter what, and to trust that the journey ahead is worth every step. Finding purpose in your setbacks is about learning to see the challenges in life not as obstacles, but as essential steps in your journey. Every setback has something to teach you, something that can help you grow, redirect, and ultimately shape the person you're becoming. It's easy to feel defeated or discouraged when things don't go as planned, especially when you put time, energy, and heart into a goal or dream. But setbacks, as painful as they can be, hold within them valuable lessons if you're willing to look. Setbacks often reveal parts of ourselves that we wouldn't have discovered otherwise. They show us our strengths, our weaknesses, and our true priorities. When everything is going well, it's easy to feel confident and secure, but when life tests us, that's when our true character is revealed. A setback forces you to pause and reflect, to take a closer look at what matters most, and to assess what is truly important in your life. It's in these reflective moments that purpose begins to emerge. Sometimes a setback is life's way of redirecting you towards something greater, something more aligned with your purpose. Finding purpose in setbacks doesn't mean pretending everything is fine or ignoring the disappointment you feel. It's about acknowledging the challenge, feeling the pain, but choosing not to be defined by it. Pain and failure can be powerful teachers if you're willing to learn. They humble you, they ground you, and they push you to dig deeper within yourself. When you approach setbacks with an open mind and a willingness to grow, you can start to see them as necessary steps in your journey. They're not signs that you're on the wrong path often. They're indicators that there's something more for you to discover, something that can only be uncovered by going through the experience. Each setback you face is an opportunity to redefine your direction and clarify your vision. It's easy to lose sight of your goals when everything is running smoothly, but setbacks force you to refocus and reconsider what you truly want. They remind you why you started in the first place and help you gain a new perspective on your journey. Sometimes setbacks push you to let go of what isn't working, allowing space for new opportunities to emerge. They encourage you to refine your goals, to find deeper motivation, and to pursue what truly matters to you. There is a kind of resilience that only setbacks can build. Going through hard times makes you stronger, and it gives you the grit to keep going when things get tough. Every setback you overcome builds your inner strength, preparing you for the challenges that lie ahead. Finding purpose in setbacks means recognizing that each obstacle is shaping you, molding you into a person who is capable of handling whatever life throws your way. It's about understanding that resilience isn't just about enduring hardship, it's about growing from it, about using it to become more capable and more determined than before. One of the most powerful aspects of finding purpose in setbacks is that it helps you to develop empathy and compassion, both for yourself and for others. When you experience challenges, you gain a deeper understanding of what others might be going through, and this empathy can be a powerful motivator. You learn not to judge others by their struggles, and you begin to appreciate the strength it takes to keep going, despite setbacks. This compassion becomes part of your purpose, a reason to lift others up and encourage them when they face their own struggles. A setback can also serve as a wake-up call. Sometimes we become so focused on a particular goal that we lose sight of our health, relationships, or personal well-being. Setbacks force us to slow down and reevaluate, to consider if we're on the path that truly aligns with our values. They give us a chance to step back and ask ourselves if the life we're building is one that genuinely fulfills us, or if we're simply chasing after someone else's idea of success. This awareness, this pause, is a gift, one that allows us to realign with our true purpose and make the changes necessary to live a life that's meaningful to us. Purpose found in setbacks often brings a sense of gratitude. When you go through tough times, you learn to appreciate the little things, the moments of peace, the support from loved ones, and the victories, no matter how small, that bring you closer to your goals. Gratitude becomes part of your purpose, a source of strength that sustains you even when things don't go as planned. You begin to see each day as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become a better version of yourself. This gratitude transforms your perspective and helps you focus on what you have rather than what you lack. Every setback also has the potential to become a story of inspiration both for yourself and for others. When you overcome obstacles, you create a legacy of resilience and determination. Your journey, with all its ups and downs, becomes proof that setbacks don't have to define you, they can propel you forward. You become a source of hope for others, showing them that it's possible to rise from difficult situations, to rebuild, and to find purpose even in the most challenging times. Finding purpose in setbacks is about trusting that everything happens for a reason, even if that reason isn't immediately clear. It's about believing that each challenge you face is part of a bigger picture of one, guiding you toward a life that's richer, more meaningful, and more fulfilling than you could have imagined. Setbacks are not the end, they're just part of the process, a step along the journey of becoming the person you're meant to be. When you find purpose in these moments, you gain the strength to keep moving forward, knowing that each setback is bringing you closer to your true potential. Rebuilding yourself begins with developing an unwavering belief in your potential, even when circumstances and past experiences may make it hard to believe in yourself. This belief is the foundation on which everything else is built. When you commit to the idea that you're capable of more, that you can grow beyond your current limitations, and that you're worthy of a better life, you open up possibilities that may have once felt out of reach. Believing in yourself isn't about ignoring your struggles or pretending that setbacks haven't affected you. It's about understanding that no matter what you've been through, there's a part of you that remains strong, resilient, and ready to rise. Developing self-belief starts by acknowledging your worth independent of any external validation or accomplishments. Too often we look to others for approval or define ourselves by society's standards of success, only to feel empty when those expectations are either met or missed. True belief in yourself, however, comes from within. It's about recognizing that your value isn't tied to your job, your relationships, or the mistakes you've made. It's about understanding that you're inherently valuable, that your life has purpose, and that no one can take away the potential that lies within you. This belief fuels the courage to take on challenges and push past any self-imposed limitations. Self-belief is also cultivated by shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. We often get trapped in a cycle of negative thinking, focusing on our weaknesses or comparing ourselves to others. But rebuilding yourself requires you to celebrate your strengths, no matter how small they may seem. Every skill, every talent, every positive quality you possess is a part of what makes you unique, and acknowledging these qualities strengthens your self-confidence. When you believe that you already possess the tools to overcome challenges, you become more resilient. This isn't about ignoring areas where you can improve, it's about balancing those with a genuine appreciation for who you are and what you bring to the world. Believing in your potential also means trusting in your ability to change and grow. Life is not a static journey. We're constantly evolving, learning, and discovering new aspects of ourselves. Sometimes we get stuck in our past or in the roles we've played, thinking that's all we'll ever be. But rebuilding yourself is a reminder that you are not defined by where you are today. You're capable of growth and transformation. When you believe in this potential for change, you start to see yourself differently. You're no longer bound by your current circumstances. Instead, you become someone who's constantly moving forward, striving to become better, stronger, and more aligned with your true self. Part of this journey of self-belief involves facing your fears. Fear is often the greatest barrier to rebuilding ourselves, holding us back from taking risks, trying new things, or stepping out of our comfort zones. But when you believe in your potential, you begin to view fear not as a wall, but as a challenge to overcome. Fear becomes a sign that you're stepping into new territory, that you're growing. Rebuilding yourself means leaning into this fear, using it as a tool to propel yourself forward, and trusting that you have what it takes to face whatever comes your way. Another crucial element in building self-belief is learning from your past rather than being defined by it. We all have experiences we'd rather forget, mistakes, failures, and regrets that can make us feel like we're unworthy of a fresh start. But believing in yourself means accepting your past without letting it dictate your future. Every experience, good or bad, has taught you something, shaped you, and prepared you for what lies ahead. When you see your past as a source of wisdom rather than a list of failures, you free yourself from its weight. You're able to move forward with confidence, knowing that you're not who you once were. You're someone who's learned, grown, and become stronger because of it. Rebuilding yourself also means setting realistic, meaningful goals and taking small steps toward them every day. It's easy to dream big, but true self-belief comes from doing the work, from putting one foot in front of the other and making progress, even if it's slow. When you start to see yourself achieving small victories, accomplishing things you once thought impossible, your belief in yourself grows. Each step forward, each little success reinforces the idea that you are capable of achieving what you set your mind to. It's not about grand gestures or overnight transformations. It's about committing to the journey, trusting in the process, and celebrating every bit of progress along the way. To fully believe in yourself, you must also surround yourself with people who support your journey. The company you keep has a profound impact on your self-belief. Negative influences, those who doubt your abilities or belittle your dreams, can chip away at your confidence. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, who believe in your potential, helps reinforce your own self-belief. These people can serve as mirrors, reflecting back to you the strengths and potential you might not always see in yourself. They remind you of your worth, encourage you during tough times, and celebrate your progress, helping you stay focused on your journey. Self-belief involves forgiveness, especially self-forgiveness. We are often our harshest critics, judging ourselves for past mistakes or weaknesses. But holding on to these judgments only hinders your growth. Rebuilding yourself means letting go of self-criticism and embracing self-compassion. Forgive yourself for the things you wish you'd done differently, and understand that you were doing the best you could with what you knew at the time. This forgiveness opens the door to new possibilities, allowing you to move forward unburdened by guilt or regret. When you forgive yourself, you free yourself to grow, to evolve, and to fully embrace the person you're becoming. Believing in yourself is not a single act, but a lifelong commitment to honoring your potential, embracing your journey, and trusting that, regardless of any setbacks, you have the strength, resilience, and worthiness to rebuild and thrive. Transforming your mindset is essential in the journey to rebuild yourself, as your mindset shapes the way you view yourself, your goals, and the world around you. Your thoughts and beliefs are powerful. They can either propel you forward or keep you stuck in the same place. If you want to rebuild yourself, you have to start with your mindset, because the way you think about yourself influences everything you do. A strong, positive mindset gives you the foundation to overcome challenges, to bounce back from setbacks, and to create the future you want. This process involves shifting from self-doubt to self-belief, from a focus on limitations to an understanding of your potential, and from fear to confidence. The first step to transforming your mindset is to become aware of the thoughts and beliefs that have held you back. Often we operate on autopilot, repeating the same negative stories about ourselves without even realizing it. These limiting beliefs might be things like, I'm not good enough, I've failed too many times, or success isn't meant for someone like me. These beliefs can feel deeply ingrained, but they're simply patterns of thought that have been reinforced over time. Recognizing these thoughts is the first step to letting them go, as you can't change what you're not aware of. When you become conscious of the negativity in your mind, you gain the power to replace it with something constructive. Once you recognize these negative thought patterns, you have to actively choose to replace them with thoughts that support your growth. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending challenges don't exist, but it does mean choosing to see yourself in a more empowering way. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, try reframing it to, I may not know how to do this yet, but I'm capable of learning. This simple shift helps you see obstacles as opportunities for growth rather than reasons to give up. Over time, as you practice reframing your thoughts, you'll start to see the positive impact on your confidence and resilience. Transforming your mindset is not about making huge leaps overnight. It's about consistently choosing empowering thoughts, even when it feels difficult. Another important part of transforming your mindset is cultivating a growth-oriented perspective. A growth mindset is the belief that you can improve and develop your abilities through hard work, learning, and perseverance. When you adopt a growth mindset, you understand that setbacks and failures are not the end. They're stepping stones that help you learn and grow. Instead of seeing failure as proof that you're not good enough, you start to see it as valuable feedback. A growth mindset keeps you focused on the bigger picture, allowing you to see challenges as temporary and surmountable. This approach makes you resilient, as you're not afraid to make mistakes and learn from them. To transform your mindset, you also need to be careful about the influences you allow into your life. The people around you, the media you consume, and the environments you spend time in all affect your thoughts and beliefs. Negative influences can reinforce self-doubt, fear, and limitations, while positive influences can inspire self-belief, courage, and possibility. Surround yourself with people who support your growth, who believe in your potential, and who encourage you to pursue your dreams. Likewise, be mindful of the media you consume, as it can either drain your energy or lift you up. Choose books, shows, podcasts, and activities that align with the person you want to become, and let go of anything that doesn't support your journey. Self-talk is another powerful tool in transforming your mindset. The way you speak to yourself has a huge impact on how you feel and what you believe. Pay attention to your inner dialogue, especially during challenging moments. Instead of saying, "I'm never going to get this right," try telling yourself, "I'm learning, and every effort I make brings me closer to my goal." Replace harsh self-criticism with words of encouragement. Be kind to yourself, especially when you make mistakes. Treat yourself with the same compassion you would show a friend who's struggling. Positive self-talk boosts your confidence and motivation, helping you stay committed to your goals even when the journey's tough. Visualization is another tool for transforming your mindset. When you visualize your goals and imagine yourself succeeding, you train your mind to believe that achieving those goals is possible. Take time each day to imagine the life you want, the person you want to become, and the success you're working toward. Picture it as vividly as possible, using all your senses to make it feel real. This practice helps you stay focused on your goals and reminds you of why you're putting in the effort. Visualization strengthens your belief in your potential and keeps you motivated, even on days when you face challenges. Finally, gratitude is a mindset shift that can transform the way you approach life. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you train your mind to see the positive aspects of any situation. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring difficulties, it means choosing to find something good, even in hard times. Each day, take a few minutes to reflect on what you're grateful for, whether it's your health, supportive relationships, or the opportunities you have. Gratitude helps you maintain a positive outlook, boosts your resilience, and reminds you that even when things are tough, there's always something to appreciate. This simple practice can shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, and this perspective fuels your motivation to keep moving forward. Transforming your mindset is a journey that requires patience and dedication. It's not about flipping a switch and instantly becoming positive. It's about consistently working on your thoughts, beliefs, and habits. Every small shift in perspective, every moment of choosing self-belief over self-doubt builds a foundation of resilience and confidence. Over time, these small changes add up and you start to see yourself and your life in a new light. Transforming your mindset gives you the strength to rebuild yourself from the inside out, creating a solid foundation that supports your goals and dreams. When you believe in your potential, focus on growth, and embrace a positive outlook, you empower yourself to face any challenge and to keep moving forward, no matter what life brings. Taking action consistently is one of the most powerful ways to rebuild yourself. It's easy to dream, to set goals, and to make plans, but true transformation only happens when you put in the work, day after day, to turn those dreams into reality. Consistency isn't about doing something once and hoping for change, about showing up for yourself, no matter how challenging or inconvenient it might feel in the moment. Building a new version of yourself requires dedication, focus, and resilience, and each small step you take adds up over time to create lasting change. Consistency is often the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Many people give up too early, thinking that because results aren't immediately visible, they're not on the right path. But real change doesn't happen overnight. Whether it's improving your skills, building better habits, or changing your mindset, consistency is what makes progress possible. When you commit to showing up every day, even in small ways, you create momentum. This momentum builds over time, making it easier to keep going, even when you face setbacks. Consistent action reinforces your belief in your own potential as you start to see the results of your efforts. One of the most effective ways to stay consistent is to break down your goals into manageable steps. When you focus on small, achievable actions, you reduce the overwhelm that can come with trying to make big changes all at once. Taking smaller steps doesn't mean you're limiting yourself, it means you're being realistic and strategic. These small steps add up, and with each one, you're building confidence and reinforcing your commitment to your goals. Small, steady actions allow you to celebrate wins along the way, giving you a sense of progress and motivating you to keep going. Consistency also builds discipline, which is essential for lasting change. Discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. This may mean sticking to a workout routine, maintaining a study schedule, or dedicating time each day to developing a skill, even on days when you're tired or uninspired. By practicing discipline, you train yourself to keep going, regardless of how you feel. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it becomes. And as your discipline grows, it becomes easier to stay on track, even when obstacles arise. Taking consistent action also requires patience. In a world where instant gratification is often expected, the process of rebuilding yourself demands that you slow down and focus on the long game. Real growth takes time, and the results you're after won't show up immediately. This patience is what separates those who make lasting change from those who give up too soon. When you're patient with yourself in the process, you allow time for your efforts to take root. You stop focusing on immediate rewards and instead commit to the journey, knowing that each step you take is bringing you closer to the person you want to become. Overcoming challenges is a crucial part of staying consistent. As you work toward rebuilding yourself, you'll inevitably face obstacles, distractions, setbacks, and moments of self-doubt. Consistency is about finding ways to push through these challenges, to keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. This might mean adjusting your approach, seeking support from others, or taking a short break to recharge. The important thing is that you don't let these setbacks stop you. Each time you overcome a challenge, you build resilience, and this resilience becomes part of your foundation. It strengthens you, helping you stay committed to your path. Accountability is another powerful tool for maintaining consistency. When you hold yourself accountable or involve others in your journey, you create a support system that helps you stay on track. This could be as simple as setting goals with a friend, tracking your progress in a journal, or sharing your intentions with someone you trust. Knowing that someone else is aware of your goals can provide extra motivation to follow through, especially on days when your motivation might be low. Accountability keeps you focused, reminding you that your efforts matter and that each small step is a building block toward your goals. Consistent action also transforms your self-image. When you take action every day, you start to see yourself as someone who is committed, capable, and driven. This change in self-perception is incredibly powerful. Instead of seeing yourself as someone who merely has dreams, you begin to see yourself as someone who takes action to make those dreams a reality. This shift strengthens your confidence and reinforces your belief that you have the power to create change. Your self-image becomes aligned with the person you want to become, making it easier to continue taking action. In addition to building confidence, consistency helps you develop a strong work ethic. Rebuilding yourself requires effort, and by committing to consistent action, you cultivate a mindset that values persistence and hard work. This work ethic spills over into other areas of your life, making you more determined, reliable, and resilient. The habits you build by staying consistent become part of who you are, shaping your character and reinforcing your commitment to your goals. Over time, this work ethic becomes second nature, and it empowers you to keep striving even when things get tough. Taking consistent action teaches you to trust the process. When you commit to the journey, you start to understand that every step, no matter how small, is valuable. You let go of the need for instant results and embrace the idea that real change takes time. This trust in the process gives you peace of mind, allowing you to focus on the work rather than constantly worrying about the outcome. When you trust that your efforts are leading you in the right direction, you're able to stay calm, motivated, and dedicated. You become more patient with yourself and more committed to the journey. Consistency is ultimately about building a life that aligns with your goals and values. It's about becoming the type of person who shows up, who does the work, and who doesn't give up. Each small action taken day after day becomes part of the larger transformation you're working toward. This journey isn't easy, but the rewards are profound. When you take consistent action, you're not just working toward a goal, you're rebuilding yourself one step at a time, creating a foundation of strength, resilience, and self-belief that will support you through whatever challenges come your way. Learning from failures and setbacks is a vital part of rebuilding yourself. Every person who has achieved greatness or rebuilt themselves into a better version has encountered moments of disappointment, failure, and hardship. It's easy to get discouraged and feel like giving up when things don't go as planned, but these experiences are often the very lessons that pave the way for transformation. Setbacks and failures are not signs of inadequacy or proof that you're not cut out for your goals. Instead, they are opportunities for growth, testing your resilience, and pushing you to examine and refine your approach. Embracing these lessons is what ultimately leads to success. One of the most powerful ways to learn from failure is to reframe how you view it. Society often teaches us to avoid failure, to see it as a negative mark on our record, but failure is simply feedback. It's a reflection of an attempt that didn't yield the desired outcome, but it doesn't define your worth or potential. When you see failure as feedback, you shift your mindset from frustration to curiosity. Instead of asking, "Why did I fail?" you start asking, "What can I learn from this?" This shift helps you move forward instead of getting stuck in self-doubt. Each setback contains valuable information, whether it's about your strategies, habits, or areas of needed improvement. Self-reflection is a key component in learning from failures. When you encounter a setback, it's crucial to take time to analyze what went wrong and why. This isn't about blaming yourself or dwelling on what could have been. It's about taking an honest look at the situation to identify specific lessons. Ask yourself what actions you took, what decisions you made, and what factors contributed to the outcome. Were there warning signs you ignored? Did you underestimate the effort required? Did you approach the goal with unrealistic expectations? Taking time to reflect on these questions can provide insight that will help you avoid making the same mistakes in the future. Failures and setbacks often expose areas where you need to grow. They can highlight skills you need to improve, habits you need to change, or mindsets you need to shift. For example, if you failed at a project because you didn't manage your time effectively, the lesson may be that you need to develop better time management skills. If you faced a setback because you lacked the necessary knowledge, it might be an opportunity to pursue further education or training. Recognizing these gaps and working to improve them can turn what once felt like a failure into a stepping stone towards success. Every skill you develop and every habit you change brings you closer to your goal. One of the most difficult aspects of failure is managing the emotions that come with it: disappointment, frustration, and even shame. These feelings are natural, but they don't have to control your response to setbacks. Instead of letting these emotions hold you back, use them as fuel to move forward. Let your frustration remind you of how much you care about your goals, and let your disappointment be a signal that you're committed to doing better. Processing these emotions constructively helps you build emotional resilience, which is a crucial part of personal growth. When you're able to handle the emotional toll of failure, you become stronger, more confident, and better equipped to face future challenges. Learning from setbacks also involves practicing patience and persistence. When you're rebuilding yourself, it's important to understand that the journey will have highs and lows. Success rarely comes in a straight line. It's a process filled with twists, turns, and unexpected obstacles. Patience allows you to stay committed to your path even when progress feels slow or when setbacks seem overwhelming. Persistence is what keeps you moving forward despite those setbacks. These qualities are what separate those who eventually succeed from those who give up too soon. By staying patient and persistent, you turn every failure into a temporary obstacle rather than a permanent roadblock. Resilience is another powerful outcome of learning from setbacks. When you face failure and choose to keep going, you build a mindset that is resistant to adversity. You realize that no failure is final and that you have the power to overcome any challenge. This resilience makes you more confident and fearless in pursuing your goals, because you know that even if you fall, you have the strength to get back up. Resilience is a cornerstone of rebuilding yourself. It's the inner strength that pushes you to keep moving forward, no matter how many times you stumble. With each failure, your resilience grows, creating a solid foundation for long-term success. Another important lesson from setbacks is the power of adaptability. Often, the path we imagine for ourselves doesn't align with reality, and setbacks force us to adapt our approach. If something isn't working, a setback can be a nudge to try a different strategy, to think creatively, or to explore new options. Adaptability is a skill that allows you to adjust to changing circumstances without losing sight of your goal. When you embrace adaptability, you become more flexible and open-minded, making it easier to navigate the challenges that come with rebuilding yourself. This flexibility is what keeps you moving forward, even when the road gets rough. Failures and setbacks can also deepen your empathy and compassion, both for yourself and for others. When you experience hardship, you gain a better understanding of what it feels like to struggle. This empathy allows you to be kinder to yourself, reducing self-criticism and harsh judgment. It also makes you more understanding of others who are going through similar challenges. This compassion helps you build healthier relationships, and it reminds you that everyone faces difficulties on their journey. Empathy and compassion are valuable qualities that enrich your character and make you a more resilient, grounded person. Setbacks and failures often clarify what truly matters to you. When you're faced with obstacles, you're forced to evaluate your goals and motivations. Do you still want to pursue the same path? Is this goal worth the effort, time, and resilience required? Sometimes setbacks reveal that a goal isn't as important to you as you thought, leading you to adjust your direction. Other times, setbacks reinforce your commitment, reminding you why you started in the first place. This clarity of purpose strengthens your resolve, making you even more determined to rebuild yourself into the person you want to become. Learning from failures and setbacks is an essential part of personal growth. Every experience, no matter how challenging, holds valuable lessons that can help you become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. By embracing these lessons, you transform setbacks into stepping stones on your journey. Rather than viewing failure as a defeat, you start to see it as a necessary part of the process, as each setback brings you closer to the person you are meant to be. Through patience, resilience, and adaptability, you build a foundation that supports your goals and empowers you to overcome any challenge in the pursuit of your dreams.